Hare Krishna, devotees. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Archana Mataji, you want to do Jai Radha Madhav?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, I'm traveling, Mataji. I'm just on my way to office. Sorry,
You will
sorry.
do or should I do?
You do it, Mataji.
Okay. Hare Krishna. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रजजन रंजन यमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर धारी हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna Prabhuji, welcome to ICF forum. Gaur Chandra Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Devotees, we are so pleased to have Prabhuji one more time with us. Today, actually, there was some other speaker, but Prabhuji, took out time because the speaker wasn't available. So last minute, we called him and he agreed to come. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम
Ma Mataji, Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी।
Yama Malini Mataji.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, प्रणाम।
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dhanwad.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya Karo More Tuma Bina Ke Dayalu Jagat samsare Tuma bina ke dayalu Jagat samsare Patita pavana tu Tava avatara Patita pavana Tava avatara Mosama Patita Prabhu Napai Veara Mosama Patita Prabhu Napai Veara Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Suti Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Suti Kripa Balokana Karo Ame Boro Dukhi कृपा बलोकना करो हमें बड़ दुखी दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई दया करो सीतापति अद्वैत गोसाई तब कृपा बोले पाए चैतन्य निताय स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ स्वरूप सनातन रूप रघुनाथ भट जोगा श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ भट जोगा श्री जीवा प्रभु लोकनाथ दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास दया करो श्री आचार्य प्रभु श्रीनिवास रामचंद्र संग मगे नरोत्तम दास रामचंद्र संग मगे नरोत्तम दास जय पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व पंचतत्व जय पंचतत्व जय अद्वैत गोस्वामी जय अद्वैत गोस्वामी अद्वैत गोस्वामी जय अद्वैत गोस्वामी जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुपादाचार्य अष्टोत्तर डिवाइन ग्रेस एसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद की सेवियर ऑफ द होल यूनिवर्स जगत गुरु शील प्रभुपाद की समवेद भक्त वृंद की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भक्तिर्उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। हरे कृष्णा। Wish a happy Advaitacharya Parents Day, and I seek on this auspicious day blessings of Shilpa Mataji, Archana Mataji, Archana Sunil Kumar, Barnalli Sen, CM Radha Mataji, Chandana Mataji, Chitra Mataji, Dr. Shrikala Mataji. Volume is low. Okay. Kalyani Mataji, is it better?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, pranams, Prabhuji.
Kushum
Hare
Mataji,
Krishna.
Kalyani Mataji, Meenakshi Mataji,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Naimisha Chandrika Mataji, Namita Mataji, Nandini Mataji, Padmashri Mataji, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prashant Mataji,
Hare
Rakesh,
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Krishnappa, Ravani
No problem.
Mataji, Sharmila
Krishna
Mataji,
Prabhuji.
Shobha Mataji,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Sujata Mataji, Sunila Mataji, Vasudha Mataji, Krishnamurti Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
and other devotees whom I
Krishna
missed.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So, Mataji, which chapter, which text? Chapter 4, text 10, sorry, chapter 10,
So,
24, chapter 10, Shloka,
Chapter 10, Prabhu, Shloka 8,
Shloka 8, 8 to
8 to 12.
Mataji, your voice is very feeble, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
no problem.
Hare Krishna. Shloka number 8, Prabhu, 8 to 12, 13.
Okay, 8 to
8 to
13.
13.
I need volunteers who can read quickly text and purport.
Sudha Mataji, will you please call out the name? Sudha Mataji.
Yes, Mataji, I'll call out. Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, it is till 14 shloka. 8 to 14.
No problem.
Hare Krishna.
Can we have quick reading? Maybe 2-3 people, not many people, maybe 3 people can quickly read 2 shlokas like that.
Prabhuji, you want us to read the purport also? I mean, shloka, translation and purport, or how? Prabhuji?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
2 shlokas per person.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Vasudha Mataji, you can read the shloka and the translation of the 8, shloka 8 and shloka 9. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम सतान आपततो वीरा उग्रधन्वा महारथः एकैकं युगपत् सर्वान् अहन् भानैस्त्रिभिस्त्रिभिः. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Dhruva Maharaj, who was a great charioteer and certainly a great bowman, also immediately began to kill them by simultaneously discharging arrows 3 at a time.
Yeah.
ते वै ललात् लग्नैस्तैर् इषुभिः सर्व एव हि मत्वा निरस्तम् आत्मानम् आसं सन्कर्म तस्य तत्. Translation, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. When the heroes of the Yakshas saw that all their heads were being thus threatened by Dhruva Maharaj, they could very easily understand their awkward position and they concluded that they would certainly be defeated. But as heroes, they lauded the action of Dhruva. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Purport.
Thank you. Okay. Purport, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. This spirit of fighting in a sporting attitude is very significant in this verse. The Yakshas were severely attacked. Dhruva Maharaj was their enemy. But still, upon witnessing the wonderful heroic acts of Maharaj Dhruva, they were very pleased with him. This straightforward appreciation of an enemy's prowess is a characteristic of real Kshatriya spirit. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Next person.
Hare Krishna. Prashanti Mataji, you can read the 10 and 11, 12. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी तेऽपि चामुम् अमिस्रन्त्यः पादस्पर्शम् इवोरगाः शरीरै शरीर शरी शय शय शरैरविद्यन् युगपद द्विगुणं प्रचिकीर्षवः. Translation by Prabhupada ki Jai. Just like serpents who cannot tolerate being trampled upon by anyone's feet, the Yakshas, being intolerant of the wonderful prowess of Dhruva Maharaja, threw twice as many arrows, 6 from each of their soldiers, and thus they very valiantly exhibited their prowess. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Next one as well.
Okay. Mataji, can I see Sanskrit one? Thank you, Mataji. ततः परिगनिश्चिंशैः प्रासशूलपरश्वधैः शक्त्ययुष्टिभिर्भुषुण्डिभिश्चित्रवाजैः शरैरपि अभ्यवर्षन् प्रकृपिता सरन्थं सहसारिथिम् इच्छन्तस्त तत्प्रतीकतुमुयुतानां त्रयोदश. Thank you, Prabhuji. Translation by Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. The Yaksha soldiers were 130,000 strong, all greatly angry and all desiring to defeat the wonderful activities of Dhruva Maharaja. With full strength, they showered upon Maharaja Dhruva, along with his chariot and charioteer, various types of feathered arrows, parighas, iron bludgeons, nistrimsas, swords, prasasulas, tridents, Paraswadhas, lances, Shaktis, spikes, Rishtis, spears, and Bhushandi weapons. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Tanvat Pranam.
And 13 and 14, please.
Hare Krishna, Barnali Mataji, you can read 13 and 14. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you, Mataji. Auttanapadisa tada shastravarsena bhurina naiva drishyatachanna asarena yathagiri. Translation: Dhruva Maharaj was completely covered in by an incessant shower of weapons, just as the mountain is covered by incessant rainfall. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out in this connection that although Dhruva Maharaj was covered by the incessant arrows of the enemy, this does not mean that he succumbed in the battle. The example of a mountain peaks being covered by incessant rain is just suitable for when a mountain is covered by incessant rain. All dirty things are washed from the body of the mountain. Similarly, the incessant shower of arrows from the enemy gave Dhruva Maharaj a new vigor to defeat them. In other words, whatever incompetency he might have had was washed away. 14. Hahakarastadaivasit siddhanam divi pashyatam hatoyam manava surya magna punya janaranve. Translation: all the Siddhas from higher planetary systems were observing the fight from the sky, and when they saw that Dhruva Maharaj had been covered by the incessant arrows of the enemy, they roared tumultuously. The grandson of Manu, Dhruva, is now lost. They cried that Dhruva Maharaj was just like the sun, and that now he had set within the ocean of the Yakshas. Purport: in this verse, the word Manava is very significant. Generally, this word is used to mean human being. Dhruva Maharaj is also described here as Manava. Not only is Dhruva Maharaj a descendant of Manu, but all human society descends from Manu. According to Vedic civilization, Manu is the lawgiver. Even today, Hindus in India follow the laws given by Manu. Therefore, everyone in human society is a Manava or descendant from Manu. But Dhruva Maharaj is a distinguished Manava because he is a great devotee. The denizens of the planet Siddhaloka, where the residents can fly in the sky without airplanes, were anxious over Dhruva Maharaj's welfare in the battlefield. Srila Rupa Goswami says, therefore, that not only is a devotee well protected by the Supreme Lord, but all the demigods and even ordinary men are anxious for his security and safety. The comparison given here that Dhruva Maharaj appeared to merge in the ocean of the Yakshas is also significant. When the sun sets on the horizon, it appears that the sun drowns in the ocean, but factually the sun has no difficulty. Similarly, although Dhruva Maharaj appeared to drown in the ocean of the Yakshas, he had no difficulty as the sun rises again in due course at the end of the night. So Dhruva Maharaja, although he might have been in difficulty because of all Because after all it was a fight, and in any fighting activities there are reverses. That did not mean that he was defeated. Hare Krishna. Mataji, thank you. Dandavat pranams Prabhuji and Mataji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamagyam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Uda Patakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Satvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratashe Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim Yat kripa tamaham vande Shri Guru Dinadarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Harihi Om Tat Sat Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimade Jayapataka Swami Dinamini Namacharya Padani Takapabudayane Gauragadadamaya Nagaraka Madhare Namo Vishnu Padaya. Hare Krishna. So we have been hearing wonderful pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. So what I will do is today, being Advaita Saptami, we'll also see the glorification of Advaita Acharya for half of the time. Half of the session we can see Dhruva Maharaj glories. And today in the 10th chapter, Dhruva Maharaj is fighting with Yaksha, and we see that his brother was killed by the Yakshas. So Dhruva Maharaj was really angry. So, and also his mother followed, his brother's mother. So she also been died in the forest fire. So Dhruva Maharaj was really anxious. So that's why he started this fight. That's a story today, just description of the fight. But we can do more glorification of Dhruva Maharaj. Because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was in Puri, Gadadhar Pandit was reciting Bhagavatam every day. He used to hear 2 hours Srimad Bhagavatam. Then he would repeatedly hear 2 famous stories. One is Dhruva Charita, another one is Prahlad Maharaj story. So what is the significance of this story in Bhagavatam? Can anybody tell? Why Mahaprabhu was repeatedly hearing Dhruva Maharaj story? Anyone?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, Mataji. Hare.
Yeah.
Both Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj both are very determined. Their determination towards bhakti is very, very strong.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Wonderful. What else?
Hare Krishna
Bhakti.
Prabhuji. Sorry, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, bhakti should be started at a very early stage also, Prabhuji.
Yes.
They both, from these both stories, we come to know about that, Prabhuji.
Yes, very nice. What else?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It gives a teachings that we should never ask for go to the Lord for the materialistic desires with materialistic desires. Hare Krishna. However, anybody tricks also, even then we should not be agitated. Hare Krishna.
Kamasak. Okay.
Hare
What
Krishna
else?
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Krishna loves when younger devotees approach him because the younger devotees cannot be, forced into devotion. They do it on their own accord. So Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj were very young devotees. So there is innocence, there is everything that is there in devotion is pure, Prabhuji. So Krishna loves that.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji,
Yes. Yeah.
we have to follow the instructions of the Guru and Gauranga. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Yeah.
Prabhuji, because even after it's a journey of Dhruv Maharaj from starting with a material desire to attaining a spiritual life, a spiritual path.
Okay. So it is predominantly, yeah, all of the answers are right, but it's predominantly the determination, the sincerity in which Dhruva Maharaj did the bhakti, or determination in to do this bhakti. Amazing. At very young age, he stopped eating. He's taking once in a while some leaves, dry leaves, then stop breathing, standing on one leg, meditating on the Lord. Right? Amazing to see the determination to see the Lord. So even 1% of little sincerity is there, then we are all will progress in the bhakti. And today topic is that sincerity attracts mercy, or sincerity attracts grace. So if you want to get mercy, right, of the Lord, one aspect we can learn from this, one major aspect is the sincerity in which Dhruva Maharaj carried out the devotion service. As a sadhaka, we are also practicing devotion service. That sincerity sometimes we would lack. Oh, it's okay. I've been hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Let me one day skip it, or I need to take a break. Or sometime, we will think, oh, I've been chanting early morning, so let me take a break, or I'm not well today. But Dhruva Maharaj, there is nothing, and Narada Rishi is told, Dhruva, hey, first thing is he's trying to telling you can't do this because it's very difficult. Second thing he said, why are you so much negativity about your stepmother and father? You want a big kingdom greater than this. It's a material desire, and moreover, you're having so much envy that you want to go greater than them. Please forget it. And you're a small child. You go and play. 5-year-old child. You go and play. It's not for you. You can't do this. All this thing. But he was so determined. So that sincerity we should remember. When we hear this Dhruva Maharaj, oh, I also need to be determined. Like even 5 years old, Dhruva Maharaj could able to manage so many things. This is one lifetime. Many lifetimes I have passed. This one lifetime, let me be sincere, right? So this topic, there are so many examples, but I will restrict only to Dhruva Maharaj. And also this same thing applicable to Narada preaching to Prachanabari, Prechatas, then Kumaras instructing Prathu, Lord Shiva instructing Prachata. So there are so many things we can see the sincerity, right? Sincerity is another aspect of showing love to God. Prabhu, I love Krishna. What does that mean? If you are sincere, you love somebody, then you so sincere. Our mother is so loving so much, even in spite of she is not well, right? The mother takes care of the child, or our mother takes care of us. Even she is not well, she would cook and she'll go and sleep, right? She will take rest later, but she would never see saying that, oh, it is too hot, I will not cook, or it is too cold, I'm not well. She is out of love voluntarily. How much ever she is struggling, she would go and cook, right? That shows the love, right? So love means what? That sincerity reflects, the love is reflected in form of sincerity. That's one definition of sincerity. What else do you think sincerity definition means? What else sincerity means? What do you understand by sincerity, the word sincerity? Because we know that through sincere, we can attract mercy of the Lord. Now, we all want mercy of the Lord. Without mercy of the Lord, we can't progress. What do you mean by sincerity in day-to-day life? How do you translate that sincerity, English word, into
By
service?
following austerities, Prabhuji. By following
What
austerity.
is that austerity? We'll go to the forest. What is practical austerity for the devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, like whatever we hear and whatever we speak, we should practice that. Without the otherwise, it will be double speak. Suppose I'm not practicing, but I'm talking, and also whatever we hear in classes, we should try to implement.
Correct.
That
But in
is
terms of austerity, you told sincerity means austerity. There could be that's close answer, but not exact answer. What is that? What you mean by the austerity? So today is Advaita.
Following the rules of the Guru Prabhuji, following the instructions of the Guru.
No,
Exactly.
austerity is
austerity means um, um, trying to suppose there is a family function. I give importance to Krishna consciousness and not material activities. Whenever I have a choice, that means take austerity means tapa. That means taking some inconvenience. Though my mind says yes, enjoy, but I am taking some tapa so that I progress, give importance to Krishna consciousness.
correct. Austerity of speech, austerity of mind, austerity of body. So today we are fasting. Today we are fasting for
Yes.
Advaita Day. So that is austerity, right? Come whatever it is, I will go to Mangalarti. That is austerity because Prabhupada told, I will chant 16 rounds. That is austerity. I will take only Krishna Prasadam. Somebody said, even in spite of you going to various function, I will try to eat only Krishna Prasadam. That's the austerity. I'll speak only Krishna Katha, not Gramya Katha. Austerity of speech, austerity of mind. Think about Krishna, meditate about Krishna. Austerity of the body, go to the temple, do the seva, fasting, follow Ekadashi Vrata, right? This is the austerity. So very good. So what is the other definition of sincerity? One is austerity. What is the other aspect?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Being clear and clean in all our dealings with the devotees also, Prabhuji, in every situation, whether it be devotees or non-devotees. Not being duplicitous, Prabhuji.
Duplicity. Sincerity also means duplicity, right? Without duplicity, one should be there. Very good. What is the other point?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, reading the scriptural books which have been prescribed to us by our Guru Parampara, helping in book distribution, taking on all the activities which have been we have been instructed by Srila Prabhupada for forwarding the mission.
Okay. What else? So let us see from Prabhupada definition of what is that sincerity means. I said sincerity means one aspect of love, irrespective of come whatever. Our father parents have taken care of us. Not a single night we were crying. Babies, they never said we will not change nappy, we will not give you milk. Every day, irrespective of they well or not, they go to office or not, she able to sleep or not, mother struggles to bring up the children for struggle, right? Similarly, our love can be shown to Krishna. Come, whatever, I'll do my japa properly, sincerely. Srila Prabhupada says, if you want to show sincerity to Krishna, that means you are following your vows, whatever you've taken, and sincerely trying to do japa. So when we go to Krishna, one thing we have to ask is that, oh Krishna, please help me to chant my rounds properly. That's a benediction you should ask for Krishna. Let me, sincerely chant your rounds. That shows love. If you love somebody, right, then you go and say, I want to take your name and please help me to chant on my rounds. If somebody is chanting regularly, that means he's a sincere devotee, right? The second aspect is intelligence. So if you are very sincere like Dhruva Maharaj, he's 5 years old boy. The Lord came to him and he paid obeisances, protested obeisance, and he's saying beauty of the Lord. He doesn't know what is the grammar to use, what is the word to use, and his lack of words, his inexperience to glorify. He's struggling, he's crying. I don't know, how do I glorify you? You are here. How do I need to glorify? I don't know. So Krishna touches his conch. That he started the beautiful prayers of Dhruva Maharaj comes. And it's like so another reason why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu want to hear Dhruva Maharaj story is that You know, this person has seen Krishna face to face, and his glorifications of Krishna's mercy. One person who got his mercy, 5 years old boy, you can't glorify. So we can say if he's a learned person, you might still use his words to glorify. And so many people have saw Krishna face to face. Even in there are Pandavas, Kauravas, everybody saw. Everybody saw. Queen Kunti prayers was separate, and then Bhishma Pita prayers is we glorify them, but not other prayers. Duryodhana also would have blasted Krishna, but we don't, take it that. But now we want to see Dhruva Maharaj face to face. He has seen, number one, he is telling about the Lord. That must be true. Second thing, it is empowered by the Lord's mercy. He is glorifying. So his senses are purified now. Through the Divya Chakshu, then he is able to see Krishna, then he is glorifying. That must be true. Now, what happens is the same thing we go and tell outside. Krishna is there, he's come from the three Purusha avatars are there, from the universe is created. They say, oh, you're doing some stories. And who believes in Puranas? Puranas are old. Why you are talking? We are in the modern age. Nobody will believe us because you're not seeing the God and you're trying to tell them that this is how the God is. And obviously they will not believe you, most of them, right? But they don't understand. We are speaking a person who is realized, a person who is seen that, and he is speaking that we are repeating the same thing. There is no difference. One time Srila Prabhupada was there in the audience and reporters were interviewing him and he said, Prabhupada, are you realized? Somebody asked. Prabhupada thought for a while and put his head down. I am not realized. But 100% I'm following instruction of the person who is realized, told my Guru Maharaj. So whatever I speak, whatever I do is also realized. That's what Prabhupada told. So most of the time we may not realize because it is not through our material intelligence or senses you can perceive Krishna. The person who has seen already Krishna, who glorifies, he explains, then we will be able to understand. Then whatever we do, whatever we speak also become intelligence or spiritualized. So the Lord will give, when you are sincere, second thing would happen is that you would have good intelligence. We see from our life history of Acharyas, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he told Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, go and take initiation from Gaurkishore Das Babaji Maharaj, who was illiterate. And Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not think, oh, he is already established. He was a Pandita. He wrote so many things. He was already a scholar. And everybody is afraid of him to go and meet him because he would defeat them. And such a person, such a illiterate Jagannath Das Babaji is going and begging him. He said, I will give up my life if you don't initiate me. Jagannath Babaji says, I am illiterate. Why are you coming to me? Go away. I will not give you. And look at that, because he would quote Krishna's words properly. And that is the intelligence. It is not material intelligence. It's a spiritual intelligence which given by Krishna. So when you're sincere, then automatically that's another aspect of it. The third aspect is gets Guru. Dhruva Maharaj was so sincere, determined. His mother told, you have to go and pray to Krishna. So he was ready to go. Then he met Narada Rishi. So when you are sincere, then Krishna will send the Guru, and through Guru, you will get Krishna. So definitely everyone is sincere, then he will get the Guru. If somebody is there in Krishna conscious, long time, not getting initiated, not making an attempt to initiate, that means the sincerity needs to be doubled up, increased, because the aim of the life is to surrender to Guru, which when you surrender, then you are surrendering to Krishna. You're showing your love to Krishna, that Krishna, I love you, I want to surrender, I want to take initiation, I want to chant your rounds. So your initiation, after that your bhakti seeds, bhakti laja bija starts growing after initiation. That only bhakta can give. Through bhakta only you can get the seed of bhakti. Then your devotion service will go. Those who are not yet initiated needs to sincerely think about this topic. Just not hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Somebody said, those who want to hear, then they need to follow. Otherwise, there is no point in hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Whatever we heard, we try to apply in our life. What is a practical thing apply in the life? Dhruva Maharaj took initiation. After that, he did follow whatever Maharaj said, Narada Rishi said, and he followed it up. So you needs to get Guru. How do you get a Guru? Unless you are sincere, deep prayers to Krishna, chant your round saying that I need a Guru, please show me the way, then you will get the path and you will get initiated. So if you're not progressing on the path, something to review ourselves, right? And once you're initiated, are we every day, day by day, month by month, Ekadasi by Ekadasi, my love for Krishna is increasing. My material attachment, like Dhruva Maharaj, I'm able to give up many things. My bad habits are not, right? That's another aspect of it. So another thing is the sincerity, what attracts Krishna. You can't give anything to Krishna. Does Krishna needs anything from you? Does he depend on you? So when you, without duplicity, right, one tries to practice this Krishna consciousness. Somebody also said duplicity. When we are inside, then I'll be different person, right? You will only person will know about yourself. Even your family, wife, children may not know about you. They might know certain extent. Outside world, the other devotees may not know. First thing. Second thing is some extent your family, even devotees may not be able to tell certain things to wife and kids because later they would pinpoint when fight happens. Oh, you're kind of such kind of person. You are that rascal, and you are talking about me. You are advising me. All those things will come. So even devotees sometimes only the person he knows inside the heart what kind of duplicity is there. When externally, internally there is no duplicity. See, that's the reason one should have guru. Why? Because at least you can go and speak to a Siksha Guru or Guru saying that this anarthas I have, I need to get rid of it. When you're not even telling to anyone about your anarthas, you're keeping it within yourself, not even to your family, not to the fellow devotees, not to the temple. Now, where is the sincerity? How will you progress? Is it not? So that's the reason, another reason why one should take the shelter of senior person as a siksha or counselor, whatever means, then at least you can say, see, look, this is the anarthas I have. And I want to get rid of this, uh, you know, uh, because we saw Prashinabari, he told Narad Rishi clearly, see, I am attracted to all these karma kandas. Please instruct me. That's wonderfully Narad Rishi explains the story. Unless he surrenders, openly says, Narada, this is my problem, I know. Please instruct me. Right? Then he starts instructing Prachinavari. Then he tells a story and things like that. Then he gets a transformation. So similarly, one who is not opening up, not duplicitly explaining the the problems, anarthas, you will not be able to overcome. You will say one day I will overcome. You one day will not. That day will not come up. Okay. So then the other aspect is transcendental stage. Those who sincerely, those who practice this bhakti, like Dhruva Maharaj, they are already in transcendental stage. They immediately come to the transcendental stage. Like Dhruva Maharaj, he is in already transcendental stage. As I said, Srila Prabhupada, he said, I'm not a realized person, but Prabhupada is a realized person. He is speaking like that for us. So when we say, how can be a realized person transcendental stage? When you speak the same truth, the same thing as the other realized person, what he spoke, then you're also in the transcendental person. And we see in the next chapter, Dhruva Maharaj goes back to Godhead. If you are sincere and serious only, then you will be able to go back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha. If you are sincerely thinking, then back to Godhead, then you must be sincerely practice our sadhana bhakti. Observe our promises. Sincerity means whatever promises we are given to our Guru. Prabhupada says in the morning walk that we observe our promises. Otherwise, we are not sincere. So there are many stories we can see from the aspect of love. Haridas Thakur love for his chanting. Even though he's not well, Mahaprabhu say, please take rest. And he would say, no, my body is okay, but my mind is not well. Unless he completes his given rounds, he would not deviate from whatever. He is not even well, then he wouldn't bother. Is no time, then he wouldn't eat, drink. Even the prostitute came and disturbed him. He said, wait, I will complete my rounds. And that is the sincere aspect we can look at it. Intelligence is a beautiful story. One is Dhruva Maharaj story. is not able to glorify, then Lord himself gives the intelligence when he's sincere. The another aspect is we can see the Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. This wonderful topic. We should actually sit and one day release this conversation between Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Mahaprabhu. Actually, Mahaprabhu faints and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya brings him to his house. And Gopinath Acharya, his brother-in-law, he says, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, what do you think? He's not ordinary person. He's a supreme personality of Godhead. He says, how do you know? He says, because it has been revealed to me by the Lord. Because Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is a Pandit. He has gone through entire scripture. But he is not telling where is that mentioned about Mahaprabhu in the scripture. How do you know he's the Supreme Lord? Using dry mental speculation, you might be a scholar, but you can't understand Lord. So he said, then Gopinath Acharya says, it's because of Lord mercy, I know that he is Lord. Okay, then he says, how do I know you got the mercy? I did not get the mercy. The fact that I know that he is Supreme Lord, that I got the mercy. In fact, the fact that you didn't know about the Lord is a Lord, you didn't get the mercy, right? It's a beautiful conversation between them. And the dealings of he was so lovingly dealing Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He was so loving, respecting the devotees, feeding them, accommodating them. He did a lot of sevas. Mahaprabhu was so pleased. So Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, 7 days, he spoke about the Veda, because he want to teach all the Vedanta Sutra to Mahaprabhu. He's a sannyasi, how he can maintain his celibacy without reading the Shastras. That's what he was concerned about genuinely. Then he slowly Mahaprabhu stops and he patiently, he's hearing from him. Then he explains throughout of humility and patience, he imparts this knowledge. See, when Krishna came, he just gave Bhagavad Gita knowledge. Knowledge he gave. But Mahaprabhu is the only person, we say that love at first sight, right? First sight. Now, there are a lot of devotees nowadays, not a devotee, sorry, a lot of people, male and female, boys and girls, as soon as they say, oh, my love is amazing, because love at first sight. When we saw, immediately we fixed up and we love at first sight. So that is only Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu saw Jaga and Madai. There is nothing. You know about it. You have done devotional service or not. My love at first sight. I'll give you entire knowledge. He gave this process of chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Take it. Not only the knowledge. As soon as you chant this knowledge, you give Krishna Bhakti also. Krishna never gave Krishna Bhakti. In sense, you can't go and pray to Krishna for Krishna Bhakti. That only a bhakta can give, because Krishna Bhakti, he loving himself, that doesn't happen. So the bhakti, you have to get it from the devotees. That's why we say Krishna himself cannot give Krishna Bhakti. In the sense, he has to love himself. That's he comes in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu immediately gave, you have first knowledge. Second thing is you are qualified or not, you have Krishna Bhakti also along with that. Because general process is that you know the knowledge, then you practice gradually, Karma Mishra Bhakti, then you get some jnana. From jnana, then you get, then some details about the Lord, then you get the love of Godhead and get bhakti. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives one bundle straight to everyone. You're qualified or not, I'll give you the knowledge, I'll give you the bhakti, I'll give you the process, I'll give you everything going back to Godhead. Such amazing, wonderful incarnation, Mahaprabhu. And today, I will also talk about Advaita Acharya. Because this is today's wonderful appearance day of Sri Advaita Acharya. Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. So this is a wonderful shloka, the Adilila 114. Panchatatvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktyakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So I offer my obeisances to the Supreme Lord Krishna, who is non-different from his feature as a devotee, devotional incarnation, devotional manifestation, pure devotee, and devotional energy. Devotional manifestation is nothing but the Advaita Acharya. So we all know that when Krishna expanded, right, into different incarnations. There are various incarnation we saw. One is Swayamrupa. Swayamrupa means Krishna himself, the original form, in the two-handed form, the bluish blackish complexion, and as a two-handed form, Krishna is Goloka Vrindavan, is Swayamrupa, or is Swayam Prakash, his own expansion. Then he divides himself into two ways. One is that Vibhava Prakasha, and another one is Prabhava Prakasha. What is this Prabhava Prakasha? Prabhava Prakasha is Krishna is exactly expanding himself into similar color, complexion, mood, form. Example, he wants to do rasa dance. Krishna exactly expanded. But there is a difference between Swayam Prakasha and Prabhava Prakasha. So when Krishna is original, how do we know that? When you see the rasa dance, everybody is dancing together with Krishna. Krishna expanded to individual gopis and he was looking like same. So wherever Krishna is with Radharani, that is Swayam Prakasha, that is original form of Krishna. Then he expanded himself into other gopis in the Prabhava Prakasha form. Of course, he looks similar, but there is a difference. When wherever Krishna is there with Radharani, that Krishna is called Swayam Prakash. So now that Lord expands into Vaibhava Prakasha also. Vaibhava Prakasha means there is no difference between the Lord potency, but he manifests in the different form and different mood. External features are different. That is Balram. So Krishna is same. There is no difference between Krishna and Balram except that his mood and complexion. Otherwise, his personal expansion is called Vibhava Prakash. So that Balram who expands into Vishnu Loka, he expands from Goloka Vrindavan to he enters into Mathura and Dwaraka, is called Moola Sankarshana. So is called Sankarshana, Moola Sankarshana. From Moola Sankarshana, from Dwaraka, Mathura, he expansion to other Vishnu Loka is called Mahasankarshana. So the Krishna expands into Vibhava Prakasha, which is nothing but Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu expands into Moola Sankarshana, then Mahasankarshana into Vishnu Loka. From that Mahasankarshana comes this three Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Karanodakshaya Vishnu who lies down in the ocean, material, the Karana ocean. From his pores, so many universes coming out. From his perspiration, he fills half of the universe. Karana ocean, in that he creates. So from that spiritual Lord, the Mahavishnu, in order to create this material universe, he takes another form that is called Advaitacharya. So Advaitacharya is nothing but a form which comes from the Mahavishnu in order to create this material universe. How do we understand that Mahavishnu and Advaitacharya? Like, if you want to construct a building, you need ingredients and also person who can construct it. So the basic ingredients what Mahavishnu creates, the jivas, our previous inclinations, time factor, right? That's what it glances through. Mahavishnu glances through Ramadevi. That glance is nothing but the Sambhu, and that is nothing but Advaitacharya. And Advaitacharya is combination of Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. So that is nothing but in order to create this material elements, then Advaitacharya comes into this material universe. Every part of atom, whatever it is made of the entire universe, it is Advaitacharya. Anything bad, good happens, it's because of Advaitacharya. So how do we understand this? So Acharyas gives two examples. One is that there is a lion is there in the forest. Then there is a bone available. Somebody goes and throws bone at a dog first. Dog, what will do? It will put the tails, and it will go and eat the bone. He is so happy, and it doesn't matter. If you put the same bone go to the forest and put to the lion, what lion will do? Lion first will see the bone. After that, he will see who is put the bone, and he will look after he will lusty after the flesh of the person who has put the bone. He will not bother about the bone. It will look at person who is putting it. How can I, eat today after fasting? half-day fasting, right? So that's what the lion would do. Similarly, we are in the material world suffering. We've been thrown different type of bones, white, brown, whatever it is, different type of things to problems thrown in our life. What we think as a dog, oh, because this Mataji has not treated me well, she's not even telling Hare Krishna, how much I do so much service. She always bless me. She always doesn't give credit to me. I've done so much service, but nobody's looking at me, right? We started looking the immediate cause. We see his immediate cause. Okay, this is happening because of this devotee is done. That's why I'm not able to do my sadhana. My parents are not well. They are not devotee. My situation is bad. That's why. So all this thing is looking at the immediate cause, but the ultimate cause is Mahavishnu. When we see that, oh, this all happening because Advaita Acharya, who is in every atom without his permission, good or bad, is happening because they are making me to progress in Krishna consciousness. This is because of my previous karma. So Lord is so kind. If it is approved by Advaita Acharya, it is been sanctioned by the Lord. It is been approved by the Lord. He is giving that means there is some reason why I have to take this and progress in Krishna conscious life rather than blaming whole set of people. Anything happens, right? Our perception completely changes. So that personality is Advaita Acharya. Without his sanction, good or bad, anything happens. Without his sanction, doesn't happen. So if something is happening, so that great personality, Advaita Acharya has approved it in our life. So instead of looking at immediately like a dog particular problem, look at the source, who is throwing that food which is coming from the source. That food source is nothing but Mahavishnu or our Advaita Acharya. Then when you take surrender to the like lion, surrender to the or take the original where it is coming from, then you will be satisfied. Otherwise, dog will not be satisfied after some time. You will be keep looking for other type of food, other cribbing, other things. Life go on like that. We will be never able to come out of it. So this is wonderful aspect of Advaita Acharya. So he is also combined incarnation of Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is a wonderful personality, right? So in Nrsimha Satyuga, when Nrsimha Avatar came, and Nrsimha was very fearsome, angry, he was roaring. And they all said, hey, they called somebody, lion, is it your family? Because we don't know, we never seen him. The lion family said, no, he looks like that, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never seen him like this. And nobody wants to go and pacify him. Then they said, Brahma, it is all your problem. Now you put so much permutation combination, and the Lord has to create such a beautiful form. That's all because of you. Go and pacify. Lakshmi said, I can't go here. He said, no. Then they all said, Shiva, why don't you go? And Shiva also understood beautiful prayers and pacifies. You already killed like a small fly, Hiranyakashipu. And Prahlad Maharaj is praying to you. Why don't you get pacified? And he just, why are you get so angry just by, killing a fly? You will not be jubilant, right? I have killed the fly. I'm angry. So because there's a fly, I killed it. No, it's just a fly. There's nothing. Why are you so angry about it? Then Lord Shiva, and he gets pacified. Lord Shiva. So Satyuga, that was the Treta Yuga. Ramachandra, he comes as a Hanuman. He does so much wonderful service to Lord Ram, Shiva's service. And Dwapara Yuga, Krishna comes as Gopeshwar Mahadev I was recently in Vrindavan. So he is staying as a hill. Yashoda Mai did not allow him first. Shiva comes to take darshan. He was wearing jata and all. Then she sends him away. And Krishna starts crying. And Mother doesn't know what to do. The second time also, then she asks the other people, what is happening? Then they say, you've done some Vaishnava Aparadh. That's the reason you are not able to, your son is crying. See, in Dhruva Maharaj's story also, his stepmother and his brother may not be his stepbrother, but indirectly they committed Vaishnava Aparadh. She offended, saying that you can't sit on the lap of your father because you are not taken birth in my womb. So that way, both of them insulted Dhruva. reason for Dhruva, and Lord said, when he was benedicting him, you will get a planet like Dhruva planet. Also, your mother and your stepbrother will be dying it because they offended you. So even Vaishnava Aparadha, the Lord will not tolerate. Even mother, Yashodamaya had done Aparadha. She was instantly crying, crying. It's not stopping. And again said, you have done some. Did any Vaishnava came you offended? Then mother said, no, I never seen any Vaishnava. No way, I never seen. I have not offended. Then second time Shiva comes. Again she chased them away, saying, you don't come. Then again Krishna never stops. He is again crying. Then they said, the third time she is asking, who is, and I've not offended any devotee. Then they said, he might be looking different. He may not be wearing tilak. And did you see another person? He said, yeah, there is one Baba kind of came, was wearing all the skull and things like that. Then he said, yeah, he must be the Vaishnava calling. Then she called third time. Then Krishna was so jubilant, kicking his leg, and he was stopping his crying. So that way, Shiva, Lord Shiva, who helps in Krishna Lila, also he comes as like Gopeshwar Mahadev, Chakleshwara Mahadev in Govardhan. He comes and protects the entire Dham. And who is so Vaishnavana Medasambhu, without mercy of the Vaishnava, without mercy of the Lord Shiva, he is once who creator of the universe, he will not be able to progress in the bhakti. So that way, that compassionate Shiva plus Vishnu, Mahavishnu incarnation combined comes as Advaita Acharya, who is causes for all the causes in this material universe, good or bad happens, anything happens, or the mercy you want to get, the mercy to progress in Krishna Bhakti, that only comes through Shiva. Because Shiva, even the Bhutakanas, he goes and prays to all the people who are, doesn't have a body. He is so compassionate, and he taken the service of preaching this Mayavada on the order of Lord Shiva, and so much confidential service. And Krishna is so jubilant when Rasa Leela was happening. He was a new Gopi, Gopeshwar Mahadev. He changed and he was there. And they were all asking, Radhadi, I never seen you here. Who are you? Which husband you are married to? Which village you come from? Tell me your full name. And Lalita Vishaka, they are all checking, where is he from? Where is he from? Which village is from? But they could not able to find. But Krishna casually put his hand on his shoulder and he was talking. Then Radharani asked, please stop. I don't know this Gopi. Who is which Gopi is it? Then he said, he's not a Gopi, he's our Shambhu Mahadev. He wants to participate in the Rasa dance. They said, no, we are not feeling very comfortable. Please make him stand outside. So that's why he guards the entire Dham. When you go back, then the Shiva will ask, enter into Goloka Dham. What is your Gotra? Where are you from? Whom you by initiated by? Are you come from bona fide? Then he will allow you inside. So he's been given an option to stand outside the seva, to stand outside and check the people who are coming inside, and also given a damru to play beat for the rasa dance. So he was playing musical instrument so that Krishna could able to do rasa dance. Such a wonderful personality, Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu, who is the incarnation of this material universe, who comes in the form. And today, Advaita Acharya prayed after taking initiation from Madhavendra Puri, with offering Ganga Jal and Tulasi water and calling out loudly, worshipping Shaligram. And he Lord Gauranga Mahaprabhu appeared. Only reason is Advaita Acharya's calling. He said, I cannot able to tolerate your calling because of your come. This is because Advaita Acharya is calling. Today we are able to get Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu not only gave knowledge, he gave complete bhakti without any qualification in this Kali Yuga. And we are so unfortunate not taking it very seriously. Then there will be no fools than us if we don't take this sincerely. And you're all very wonderful. Thank you very much. It is already time 10:33. I would stop here. Thank you very much for patiently hearing.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for covering Gadadhar from Pandit Mandal. Any questions, devotees? You can raise your hands. Suma Mataji, please ask.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranams, Prabhuji.
Yes,
That day when you had came for the class, I wanted to ask this, Prabhuji, when you talked about devotee association, Prabhuji. So I just wanted to know, like, how to take devotee association of devotees while chanting, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So, association, we generally chant together along with the devotees. Which means that now what happens is if you're at home when you chant, that same sincerity doesn't come. But during chanting, we may not one-on-one discuss with the devotees during that time. We may not discuss or interact with them. But the during chanting association means the sincerity comes, right? When you see somebody, why, even though you close your eyes, unconsciously you chant also. In the ambience of the temple, you would do more better chanting than in the house. That's because subconsciously we know that there are devotees are there. You're seeing the sincerity, then you are also tend to do better chanting, right? We may not, at the point in time when we chant, we may not discuss them, we may not touch them, we may not do serve them, we may not take their effect. What do you say? I wouldn't say it is their association, but the sincerity which comes from the people who are chanting, then you, by seeing them, the person who is in the school, he, by associating with another sincere student, he would score. If another person who is less sincere, you say, no, let's do it homework tomorrow, teacher will not tell, let us go and do something, then you also tend to do that. So whenever there is association of the devotees, by seeing their sincerity, automatically, subconsciously, you may not conscious, oh, they are looking at me, that's why I want to chant. That can be after some time, we may not remember who is looking at, who is not looking at, but still our chanting is better. That's because in association, everybody is trying to invite and try to practice, that motivates. So obviously, while chanting, association means sitting with them and chanting physically, that would definitely help. Worst case, you can do it in the Zoom, at least. But that is one aspect of it. Second aspect of it, before and after the association is important. Then Radhesham Prabhu, His Grace Radhesham Prabhu, or any senior Maharaj comes, we generally before chanting, we would ask them to read Namamrita or ask them glories of chanting Japa talk. We call it a Japa talk. And hearing from them, that purifies, it sets the context as to how to chant. So before chanting, we would attend a lot of Japa talk, Japa workshop, learn from them. That's one association, because Japa doesn't mean that only at the time of chanting. The Japa starts one day before. Right from the one day before, whatever you hear, read, eat, what time you sankalpa you take in the night and sleep, the Japa starts one day before. You can't just instantaneously do good Japa. That is not possible. Unless you prepare one day before, you can't do it. So similarly, hearing from the Vaishnavas, that is also part of Japa. Not maybe at the time of hearing Japa, you may not hear, but one day before, after hearing, how did he chant? What is the technique he use? How does he control his mind? And during while chanting, you take association physically in sense, seeing his sincerity, you also sit with him and chant, then it becomes a wonderful atmosphere.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Dandat pranams. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Any corrections? Or any other realization? When I spoken, probably would have had so many thoughts, so many things coming up. Anything take away from today's discussion? Or anybody wants to share about Advaitacharya? Anybody?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, when we do the Vaishnava Aparadhas unknowingly, even then we get sufferings. So how to come out of that, Prabhuji? Because we do it unintentionally. Even then we suffer and our bhakti goes off, and it's very difficult. No,
Guru
Prabhuji.
Maharaj story also. Their family is devotees. It's not that Suruchi is not a devotee. She says when it was Dhruva Maharaj, see, you're not born in my womb. If when somebody wants to sit in the lap of your father, then you should have born in my womb. For that, you have to go and better pray to Lord Vishnu. Take next life, then you born again. So the remedy also, she also tells worship Lord Vishnu. But what context she says, oh, you worship Krishna so that I am so great that you will be, again you will born in my womb. She also not a pure devotee, but she's also devotee. She also recommends. And Suniti also says, when Dhruva Maharaj calls his mother, Suniti also says, yeah, you have to worship. Whatever stepmother told is right. You have to worship Krishna. There's nothing other option. At this point in time, Dhruva Maharaj may not be a great devotee. Since they have offended him when he did tapasya, and Krishna, when he gave benediction to Dhruva Maharaj, he said, your stepbrother and stepmother offended you, he was not that time. So even a person who is may not be at this point in time Vaishnava, but later he may become Vaishnava, and whatever offenses you have done earlier, it becomes Vaishnava aparadh. So that is very difficult to understand this Vaishnava aparadh aspect of it. When I was offended, he was not a devotee, you can't say that. Then he offended. After that, he did tapas and he became a wonderful Vaishnava devotee. Then he said, doesn't matter. They offended you. He will die in the forest. Animals will attack him, and your stepmother will be killed by the forest fire. That is the thing he knew before that. That's how his stepmother and son brother would die. So that is serious offenses. So even unknowingly you do, it will have a problem. But yes, if you knowingly have done, you can go and seek forgiveness. And unknowingly you have done, you have to keep praying, keep repenting to Krishna and going to Mayapur. Navdeep, you can pray to Shiva and Buddha Maya to get offenses forgiven and do a lot of Vaishnava seva, a lot of feeding, personal seva. Like that, if you keep doing it, glorifying the Lord, make sure that you don't commit further any other offenses. Then leave it to Krishna, because it is unknowingly have done. Krishna will take care of it. So that way, there is nothing you can do, because you unknowingly have done. What else we can do? But repenting for it is very important. The first step is of the parada is that am I repenting and am I not taking very cautious, next time dealing with the Vaishnavas, am I also dealing with normal person? Because we don't know what kind of Vaishnava. It's not only ISKCON or pure Vaishnavas are there. There are other Sampradaya, other places also Vaishnava there. We don't underestimate them. We don't see them differently. Their paths are different, but ultimately everybody going to achieve Vishnu or Krishna. So that way, our process is different, and Srila Prabhupada has given a very wonderful process. The highest process is given, but others also, they will go based on their rasa. They go to different planetary systems, so we can't judge them. So that judging mentality, whenever we can give up and being sincere again, saying that I will not offend. How sincere you are, then Krishna will forgive those unknown, uncommitted Vaishnava pragas. If you're still not getting the ruchi, you're not able to progress, it means that there is some Vaishnava pragas.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very heartfelt pranams to all you and Advait Prabhuji also, Prabhuji, because only because of that we are all sitting here and hearing Srimad
A
Bhagavatam. Hare.
wonderful pastime happened. Advaitacharya was offended. So he was bringing Haridas Thakur. So he used to do Shraddha ceremony for his father. So that time, doing Shraddha ceremony is the biggest festival. Like now, marriage is the ultimate thing, right? Any family, anybody politician, they'll do grand marriages, right? Those time also it was happening. Those people doesn't have son, daughter, then they used to get married to the doctor, donkeys, cats. That's what they're doing it. And other biggest festival is doing Shraddha ceremony, father's tithis and parents' tithis. Advaitacharya was doing it, and he was to offer the food, the prasad. First, who are the greatest personality you should offer. Then he gave it to the Namacharya, Haridas Thakur. Other Vaishnavas, other Brahmanas, they got offended. How can you give this third class Sudra? He is a Muslim by birth. How can you give him? And we are offended. We will not eat in your house. They all leave his function and go. They told their respective wife, go and cook. And they all try to lit the fire, and the fire wouldn't come. They are not able to cook. They understood there's something I've done Vaishnava. They all come running. Advaitacharya, we have done a mistake. I think we have offended Haridas Thakur. You have given a first preference to him to honor Prasad, but we disobediently disobeyed him and disrespected him. And everybody feels at the feet of Haridas Thakur, begs his forgiveness, then they take Prasad. So Advaitacharya shows classic example how Vaishnava Aparadh can, there's so much pastimes of Advaitacharya offending Vaishnava Aparadh. And, is very controversial as well. The same personality would fight with Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu would beat him because he wants to always, he's the disciple of Madhavendra Puri. And Madhavendra Puri disciple Ishwarapuri disciple is Mahaprabhu. So he is like a Guru Bhai is Guru Bhai, like, he's I know he's very senior Advaita Acharya. He can't have relationship with him like that. So he sees him as a guru, respect, and also Advaita Acharya want to break. So he would preach the Advaita philosophy because he is Shiva himself. Who is better? Who can preach the Mayavada philosophy? Then Mahaprabhu comes and beats him, and so much wonderful pastime with Nityananda Prabhu. So that's like amazing pastimes of Advaita Acharya. So anything is there, please catch hold of Advaita Acharya Prabhu's lotus feet. Any good, bad thing happens, it is without his sanction, does not happen. Because he is from Mahavishnu, he comes as the, he incarnates as a material universe. The ingredients, everything is every atom, Mahavishnu is there in the form of Advaita Acharya, in combined form of Shiva. So you pray to him, any problem, he would bring it to Krishna consciousness.
Thank you so much.
That's why we should pray to Panchatattva mantra. It is not, some, what is a sentiment. Panchatattva mantra, before chanting, anybody's chant without offenses, without that sincerity comes, you have to chant. Sometimes devotees are not able to focus, then they do one round of Panchatattva mantra and then start chanting. It's very important because Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, they are so many incarnation of bhakti. They are the bhakti personified, and without them, how do you get it? That's why Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktyakam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. Bhakta Shakti, they're all bhakti. So the bhakti comes only through them. So offenseless chanting, we must chant this Hare Krishna, this Panchatattva mantra.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, the reference for this, Prabhuji, Advaita Acharya's pastimes, which you said just now, so that we can read Hare Krishna.
Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about the first chapter only, then the introduction comes. There are a lot of quotes, but it is, you need to, it's more of a philosophical, a very, very high philosophy, Chaitanya Charitamrita. In that, some chapters about Advaita Acharya appearance, it is their exclusive chapters are there. You can read that. But again, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami will talk about in terms of cause, as well as he talks about incarnation. It's very technical subject to understand. I would have simplified it, but when you read it, it's the basis Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Thank you so much,
The
Prabhuji.
shloka also 12, 1 point, Adilila first chapter 12, 13, 14. It talks about this incarnation. After that, it will go in detail about aspects of Advaita Acharya. Let me look at it. Maybe in the Adilila only it will be there. These are other chapters where you can see that as well. So the glories of Advaita Acharya, chapter 6, Adilila. That is also another reference. And the first chapter, generally Panchatattva introductions are given. That's also there, but most of the time I would refer to the glories of Advaita Acharya section of it, chapter 6. Adilila Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Please bless me. I might talk, but I may not follow many of things what I speak, but I am speaking because as a service, I also want to follow. So with your blessings, I'll take leave. Is that okay?
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for your association. I'll end the class with the prayers.